Okay, let's wrap up with some long-term predictions. The game between the US and the Dutch, we started with that. It ended 1 apiece. Did we see, first of all, Marissa, this year's World Cup winners out of that game?
I think we did. I feel like anyone who's not tipping them is very optimistic. So I'm very much in the US will win camp.
Glad you added the US at the end, because I deliberately suggested that the two teams that were playing, because the Dutch got to the quarters at the Euros, and that was probably a really good result. They would have taken that, Tom, prior to that. Do you think we saw the eventual winners of the World Cup this year in that game tonight in Wellington?
So, before the tournament, I did the brilliant Far Post podcast, and I said the US are going to win. However, I think Germany are going to come away from this. And this is, I think I might have panicked. Perhaps it's still the lingering jet lag. There's every chance. But I think 8 days, I'm still a bit jet lagged. That's ridiculous. But I think Germany are going to come away from this. I think it's going to be, I think it's their tournament. Having said that, I wouldn't be surprised if it was the US, but I'm going for Germany.
That was a very Xhaka-esque move, Xhaka Hislop. Our colleague, who I'm delighted to say is on the mend, and he reserves the right to change his mind pretty much every single day on ESPN FC when it comes to predictions. So I like how you've kind of thrown in 2 there. That's your 2. Marissa's only had 1. She's allowed a dark horse as well, and then we can revisit this towards the end, and you can say, I never said that, or you can say, I told you so. So who's the dark horse, Marissa?
That's a really good question. I would love, with my Matilda's goggles on, to say that they are the dark horse here. They're going to somehow magically heal Sam Kerr's calf and just blow everyone out of the water. I feel like they're a perennial, maybe not dark horse, but Sweden always intrigues me in these major tournaments. I don't know if we've seen the best of them in terms of their opening game against South Africa, but there's just something about Sweden where my brain always says, you got to watch them. You got to look out for them. So I'm going to put Sweden in there as a dark horse, but not really.
Okay, I'll chuck in Spain, Brazil, and Japan as 3 against the United States. But they might not have been at their best in this one, but they were a goal down and they came back to get a point in Wellington. Could they have got all 3 near the end? Yeah, they could have done, but they're expected to get goals aplenty in their final group game against Portugal and navigate the group stage pretty safely. Remember, ESPNFC.com for full coverage, especially of the 2 games coming up over the next 36 hours or so. Marissa in Brisbane watching the Matildas in their next match against Nigeria, and Tom is watching England's next game, and full details on that one coming up on Friday. For Marissa, for Tom, I'm Mark Donaldson. Thanks to the guys behind the scenes across the globe, staying up till some ungodly time of the morning for this one. We'll do it all again soon. It finished in Wellington. The United States won. The Dutch won. Bye for now.
Well, thank you very much for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for live streaming, premium content, and let's not forget as well, ESPN FC 7 days a week. Subscribe to ESPN Plus.